Last time, the team was sent to an alternate Earth called Thai-Rei, a realm stuck in the medieval period where fairy tale and mythological characters exist. However, their mission to track down Prince Marcus Bromwell of the Thai-Rei royal family and retrieve the Orb of Earth from him comes to a screeching halt as they find the royal castle town on fire and in ruin.
What destruction.
What a dump.
The four of you head towards the castle town and enter to find not a pretty sight. Homes burned, property destroyed, there are dead bodies of soldiers and civilians alike, some of them being eaten by crows.
Who could have done this?
Would you say it's those knights back there?
Well, maybe if there were more than four of them, sure.
Well, usually knights work for somebody, so whoever they're working for then?
They said Queen Bragomar.
God bless you.
As you guys look around the ruined market, suddenly, more knights appear from hiding spots inside some of the still standing houses and prepare to attack.
How many?
There's about 20 of them, but they're much different from the last ones you encountered. These knights appear more like the knights you see in fairy tales, less menacing and more shining armor.
I'm gonna try the Monty Python thing again.
No!
Just don't do it.
One of the knights steps forward and demands to know who you are.
We are but simple travelers, sir. We just stumbled upon this place.
The knight now wants to know where you're from.
Would you believe that we're from a world where a talking fox man sent us here to help you guys out?
The knights around you begin talking quietly amongst themselves as the head knight, to confirm what Hybrid said, asks if you know the fox.
Yeah, he's our boss.
The head knight takes off his helmet, and underneath is a young man, very handsome looking, but he's also not without some battle scars. He introduces himself as Prince Marcus Bromwell.
I'm gonna show respect and I will bow before the prince. And I suggest everybody else do the same.
He tells you that there's no need to bow. It's not the best time, as you can plainly see. As he orders his men to get you some food, whatever they can spare, he explains the situation as it stands. He was to be married to a maiden that he had come across in the forest and had never seen before in the kingdom. But when he asked her where she had come from, she couldn't remember. Despite this strange amnesia, the two formed a close friendship and eventually fell in love. 2 years later, the wedding date was set. That's when Queen Bromwell, an evil witch who rules over the small but troublesome Dark Kingdom, launched a surprise attack which killed his father and gave her ample time to steal away his bride.
Did she stick her up in a tower far, far away?
Hybrid?
The prince tells you that his bride, whose name is Angelsa, is most likely being kept in the dungeons of Brangamar's castle. They, at first, attempted to negotiate and reason with Queen Brangamar for his bride's release in the safety of Thai-Rei. But Brangamar's emissaries say that she refuses to let up her attacks and release Angelsa unless he surrenders the Mother Gem. The prince orders 2 guards carrying a large chest nearby to come forward. He puts his hand on the chest, unlocking a magical seal that he says only his touch, or the touch of someone from his family line, can remove. Though, that's really only him now. And as he opens the chest, you see within the Mother Gem, aka the Orb of Earth. The prince then states that the reason Queen Bromwell wants the orb is because, a long time ago, before the Bromwells became the royal family of this world, the orb, or Mother Gem, appeared in the land mysteriously. 3 individuals, his ancestor, the ancestor of Queen Bromwell, and one other friend of theirs, found it. When his ancestor and Brangamar's ancestor touched the orb, they found they could reshape the land, break open the earth, or create plentiful crops without water just by willing it. Seeing it could give them total control over Mother Earth, his ancestor called it the Mother Gem. Then their friend tried to wield it, and legend says he was turned into a tree when he touched it. It became clear that this power, for some reason or another, had chosen his ancestor and Brangamar's ancestor and their descendants to be the only ones who may wield the power. But Brangamar's ancestor saw only conquest with the orb and attempted to kill the prince's ancestor. The prince's ancestor was able to raise an army and fought back Brangamar's ancestor, reclaiming the Mother Gem. Thus began the feud between the royal family and the Dark Kingdom. Since then, the Brangamar family has sought to steal the Mother Gem and conquer the world. Now, it's looking like Queen Brangamar might succeed.
The fox sent us to get that.
The prince looks at you curiously and asks why the fox would want the Mother Gem.
We're dealing with some powerful enemies of our own.
We're here to take it and keep it away from those people who will use it to do harm to people.
The prince thinks for a moment, and then speaks again. He says that he will give you the Mother Gem for as long as you need it, as he does trust me with it, but only if you agree to help him rescue Angelsa and put an end to Queen Brangamar.
Sounds like a fair trade.
So you're all in agreement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed.
Very well. So with that, you guys are given some provisions for the journey, and...
You guys have cows, right? My T-Rex is very hungry.
Yes, they have cows, but they can only spare one.
You guys don't happen to have any spare armor that could fit me, huh? Guys?
Unless you'd like to wear the armor of the blood-soaked and rotting fallen knights, all they have to spare is this. And they give you one glove.
You can use it to duel people.
Insert kazoo.
Okay.
This is going to be a very long mission.
Wasting no time, the prince orders some men to gather what food and supplies they'll need and to accompany him and you on this mission. It shall be a secret mission, so the rest of the troops will stay behind and continue the fight if Brangamar launches another attack. The Orb of Earth shall also remain. He provides a horse for Midnight, while Kodiak and Hybrid can remain on foot, given their size and physique. And Bestia, of course, can ride on Locke. You travel for some time, being careful to look out for any more of Brangamar's patrols, and eventually, the sun begins to set. With the forest growing darker, the prince orders that you shall all make camp in this area for the night.
You don't happen to have some extra water on you, do you? I need to take my vitamins.
The prince points you in the direction of a nearby stream.
Okay. I'm not gonna get stuck by leeches, am I? I wish that I had brought my water bottle or something. I'm gonna have to do the cup method.
All of a sudden, Hybrid, you hear something rustling through the forest brush.
Kodiak? That you? You doing what a bear does in the woods?
There's no answer.
I do a sniff check to see what the heck's going on.
You do a sniff check, and it smells like...
Bacon?
At that moment, what looks like a pig standing on two legs and carrying a battle axe rushes out of the brush and tries to attack you.
What the hey?
Hybrid, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to grab a stick next to me and whack it over the head.
Okay, let's see if that works. It's a 14! Thwacking him over the head causes the pig to trip up, drop his battle axe, and go tumbling.
Down, piggy, down!
This momentary advantage allows you to capture the pig.
Hey guys, dinner!
The pig suddenly begins speaking English and angrily demands that you let him go.
Excuse me, you just rushed up out of nowhere and tried to attack me and... why am I talking to a pig?
Just then, the rest of the team and the prince arrive on the scene.
Hey guys.
Hybrid, what did you do?
Pork. I got attacked by last night's dinner.
The prince, taking a torch from one of his knights, gets a better look at the pig and then orders you to release him, claiming that the pig is one of his agents. The pig manages to break loose of Hybrid's grip as the prince introduces the pig as Penrod Porker, also known as Razorback, to his friends.
Pleasure to meet you.
Razorback then turns to the prince and asks him why he's with a wolf, pointing his retrieved battle axe at Hybrid. The prince explains to him who you all are and what your mission is. Razorback nods at all of you, but glares at Hybrid.
Is it the loincloth? What?
The prince takes you aside for a moment, Hybrid, and explains that Razorback isn't very trusting of anyone who is a werewolf or appears as one. He's been like that since his two brothers were murdered by Queen Brangamar's top general.
And that was?
The prince tells you it was some years back. The top general of Brangamar's army is Fenris, a massive werewolf with incredible strength and a howl that echoes across all the lands. Razorback and his brothers challenged Fenris using their wits, but only Razorback survived. Fenris devoured Razorback's brothers.
Not for nothing, but wouldn't half of your battalion think nothing twice of turning him into breakfast?
The prince takes your one glove and smacks you over the head with it.
I don't like this dimension.
The prince approaches Razorback again and asks him if he would join the team. Razorback thinks for a moment, but eventually agrees in the hope that he'll get to face off against Fenris again.
Do any of us get a vote?
No.
The larger the force, the better.
No, I'm afraid of him trying to throttle me in my sleep.
So with peace restored amongst you, you guys have some dinner and go to sleep. And no, Hybrid, Razorback doesn't throttle you in your sleep. He does snore, though.
Ugh.
The next morning, you all pack up and your journey resumes. It actually ends up being pretty uneventful. The forest is peaceful, no sign of any patrols or dangerous creatures. Though Razorback isn't exactly sticking close to Hybrid. Heck, he doesn't even want to acknowledge him. Instead, he hangs around Kodiak, since he reminds him of three bears he used to hang out and play cards with.
Oh my gosh, really?
Eventually, you guys come to a small clearing in the forest. The prince stops your group and decides this is the best spot to rest up for a little while and look for more water since it is getting kinda hot. Just then, however,
What now?
Locke becomes very uneasy.
He's upset because he still hasn't gotten those cows yet.
Don't mention anything about cows.
Suddenly, 16 knights in dark armor materialize around you, their swords drawn and ready for battle.
You guys are very unoriginal. Do you all go to the same tailor?
Alright, Midnight Flower's turn.
I'm going to try and put these guys to sleep.
Alright, rolling. Nope, that didn't work. It's a 5. Archers are included in the 16, and one of them grazes your arm, throwing off your concentration. That's minus 25.
You okay?
I'll live. I've had worse.
Kodiak, you're up.
Alright, and I'll use my ground crusher and just have everyone get close to me.
Okay, Ground Crusher. Here we go.
Stay behind me!
It's a 10.
Ground crusher!
And with that, you take out almost all of them. There's only one left.
Hi, buddy.
But, as if it be that easy, 12 more materialize to back up the one left.
Unlucky 13.
Very unlucky, considering moments after the 12 more knights arrive, you hear an extremely loud and haunting howl in the distance. Razorback clutches his battle axe firmly as a massive werewolf leaps out of the forest and confronts you. This is General Fenris, the big, bad wolf. Thank you for watching Tale on the Air. The characters in World of the Champions RPG are owned by their respective owners. The characters created by our contestants are owned solely by the contestants. The Fox and the Fedora, Tale on the Air, Director Fox, and all characters connected with that character are all owned by Sean Basinger and Z Media Productions.